Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Now we are seeing the nature of Brahman. We will chant the words. We'll chant the words 237-38. Atah param brahma sadadvitiyam Vishuddha vijnana ghanam niranjanam Prashantamadhyanta vihinamakriyam Nirantaranandara saswarupam Nirastamaya kruta sarva bhedam Nityam sukham nishkalam aprameyam Arupam avyaktam anakyam avyayam Jyoti swayam kinchadidam chakasti Kinchidadam chakasti Jnatru jnana anantam nirvikalpakam Jnatru jnana shunyam Anantam nirvikalpakam Kevala kanda chinmatram Param tattvam vidurbudaha. So in the morning we have seen till this point of time. In the Brahma Tattvam there is the knower, the known and the knowledge, the Triputi. Jnatru jnaya jnana shunyam. And it is anantam, infinite. Nirvikalpam, there are no modifications. In the Atma, the self, no imagination. It is pure self. Kevala akhanda chinmatram. It alone is how it is. Akhanda chinmatram. Unbroken mass of consciousness. Chinmatram. Param tattvam vidur buddhaha. This supreme truth, the wise one realize in their own hearts. So this is Brahma Tattvam. And then moving on. The power has gone or what? But everything is working?
It's working on.
Okay. Aheyam anupadeyam Manovachama gocharam Aprameyam manadhyantam Brahma purnam aham mahaha Aheyam anupadeyam Manovachama gocharam Aprameyam manadhyantam Brahma purnam aham mahaha. See, here it is said Aheyam anupadeyam. Tamil சொல்லணும்னா இந்த பரம்பொருளை தள்ளவும் முடியாது கொள்ளவும் முடியாது. Meaning you cannot negate this. Aheyam means you can never negate. How? Why? Because after negating all the panchakoshas as not self, you arrive at a point where there will be nobody to negate this. Because the person who is negating is already gone. So nobody is there to negate it and it cannot be negated. the true self which shines as the true existence and true knowledge that can never be negated. So, aheyam, anupadeyam means what? It can never be accepted. Why it cannot never be accepted? It is your own self. What is there to accept for you? See, if it is something else, you can accept it. But your own self, already you are that. You have no choice. Whether you don't want it or want it, you have no choice. So you cannot accept it. No. Meaning you are the self and is a choiceless existence. Even if you don't want, you are. So there is no question of accepting it or rejecting it. So that is the self for you. Mano vachama gocharam. So in the first verse itself we have seen agocharam, tam agocharam. Meaning what? It cannot be cognized by the senses and the mind. Same thing is expressed here. Mano vachama gocharam. Through the mind also you cannot imagine it. Vak means you cannot explain it. Agocharam. Vak agocharam. So it cannot. It is beyond. Aprameyam. You cannot compare it with anything. It is incomparable because there is nothing like that in the world to compare. It is beyond everything. So you cannot say it is like this. So the closest example what you can use, that is the closest only, not that, is Akash. The space. Why? It accommodates everything, but it is not conditioned by anything. It is all pervasive. So to some extent you can say space, but in deep sleep the space also is gone. Means idea of space also is gone. So only when the mind comes out, there is idea of space and time, etc. So you cannot call it a space also. That's the closest you can compare it with, because you have to do it now. You have to compare with something now. So one Amma asked me, why do you say Atman is different from space? Why can't you call space as Atman? Because space is negated in the deep sleep, whereas Atman is not. And space is jada, it is seen. But the Atman is the seer, the conscious principle. Therefore, you cannot compare the space with Atma, the self. But the closest example is the space. Gaganopamam, they say. Gagana upamam. Gaganam means space. So, aprameyam, anadi antam. Again and again it is said, see, anadi antam. Why anadi? Because time is born after the mind is born. But the Paramatma, there is no mind. So, how can you fix a time for the birth of Mahatma, Paramatma? That is, it is called as beginningless and endless. Why endless? It will not perish. There won't be any time where it will not be. So, therefore, Anadyantam Brahma Purnamaham. This Brahma is actually Purnamaham, not the ego self, the true self which is complete, perfect. Purnamaham, Mahaha. It is effulgent, it shines in the heart. Mahaha means full of light, meaning what? It's effulgent, it shines in the heart. As what? The true self. Aham aham taya spurati hrit swayam. It shines by itself in the heart. As Purnamaham, not the limited self, as the infinite self, it shines in the heart. So this is Brahma Tattvam. Now, having explained this Brahma Tattvam, now Acharya is going to take up a very serious topic. This is the heart of the Vedanta Shastra. That is Mahavakya Upadesham. He is going to take that thou art. That he is going to explain. What is the real meaning of that thou art? Tat Tvamasi. So it is said again and again, only when you realize the aikyam between the Brahma and Atma, the mukti is possible. Is it not so? It has been said again and again. So therefore now he is going to take up this important subject matter. Tattvam padabhyam avidiyamanayoho Brahmatmano shodhitayo yadhiptam Shrutya tayostattvamasiti samyag ekattvameva pratipadhyate muhuhu aikyam tayo lakshitayorna vachyayoho nigadhyate nyonya viruddha dharminoho kadhyota bhanvo rivaraja bhrutyayoho kupamburashyo paramanu mervoho तत्त्वं पदाभ्याम अविदीयमानयोः ब्रह्मात्मनोः शोधितयोः अधीतं. Meaning what? Tattvam padabhyam. Tat means that. That which is the substratum of the whole universe. Tat, tvam. Tvam means I. See, when it is Upadesha, the Guru says you. But with the Sishya, how you should accept it? I. So, Tvam Padartha means he is talking about the Jiva, myself. Actually, in Sanskrit, Tvam means you. So, he says that thou art. That is Upadesha Vakyam. And what is the experience? Aham Brahmasmi. So, when I realize that, yes, I am that Brahma Tattva. You know. So, Tvam Padartha means the Jiva. Avidiyamanoho Brahmatmanoho Shodhitayoho Adittam. So, what these two Padartha indicates by Tat, the Brahma Tattvam is indicated. What is that Brahma Tattvam? Which is the substratum of the whole universe. Universe is very wide, infinite. So, Brahma Tattva means, that means is indicated by Brahma Tattvam. And Tvam Pada means what? You, in the Upadesha Vakya, you means what? You means Atma, Atmanoho. So, the Atma, the self is indicated by this Tvam Padam. So, this is how we have to analyze it and understand it. Shrutya tayoho tattvamasiti samyak egatvameva pradibhadyate muhuhu. And the scriptures, Shrutya means for the Vedas, the Upanishads. Tayoho tattvamasiti samyak ekatvameva pratipadyate. By saying tattvam asi, what the scriptures are trying to point out? The oneness. Ekatvam eva pratipadyate. That alone they are trying to express. Muhur muhu means again and again through different Mahavakyas. What is revealed is the Aikyam, is the oneness. This asi means that thou art, you are that. So this Aikya Bhavana, Aikya means what? Not equal. It's not equal. Brahma Tattvam is the Atma Tattvam. They are not different, they are one. Oneness. See, that is why, you know, in Hyderabad, that Ramanujacharya statue is installed, a huge statue. It is called a statue of equality. Because Ramanujacharya stood for equality. He went up to that Gopuram and he gave out the Maha Mantra to everybody. Because it should reach everyone. That was his idea. So equality is different. Oneness is, and now in MP, the Ujjain, somewhere, Adi Shankara statue has come up. Ujjain only, na? Mahakaleshwar, somewhere. So there they have named it as statue of oneness. So equality is something else, oneness is something else. See, if there are so many things, then you say they are equals. But there are no so many things here. It is Brahma is Atma only. That which is substratum of the universe is the Atma Swarupam, which is shining from this body mind, from here. So this oneness is explained or revealed through those Shruti Vakyam, the Vedic statements. Muhur muhu means again and again, Pratipadhyate, they reveal this Aikya Bhavam, Ekatvam eva, they are one only.
How is Ramanuja saying equal Equal?
Equal means no, not equal. See, Ramanuja, people said you should not reveal this to the Shudras or other caste people, this Mahamantra. He said, no, everybody is equal. You should not treat them like that. So that way he was saying. So he gave out to everybody. So he is a symbol of equality, like, so no. That's why they named that statue as statue of equality. So ekatvam pratibhadyate muhuhu. So this Shruti Mata is trying to point out the oneness between the Brahma and Atma. Now, these two can never become one. How can they become one? The Ishvara and the Jiva, let us say. My God, the Ishvara is something wonderful. He is such a person and the Jiva is such a Alpa. How can you compare both? That is why he says here, Aikyam tayoho, lakshitayoho, na vachyayoho. So we have to take the indicative meaning, lakshyartha of this statement. Not vachyayoho, not the literal word by word meaning you should not take. Vachyayoho means what? Word meaning you should not take. The indicative meaning, lakshyartham. What is indicated? What is the lakshyartha? That you have to understand. Because nigadhyate anyonya viruddha dharminoho. Because they both, if you see, from the outset, if you see, Ishvara and Jiva, or the Brahma and Atma, they are of different nature. Viruddha dharminoho. Viruddha means opposite, actually. Like ocean and waves, how can you compare? Oh my God, ocean is so huge. And this wave is so small. And the might of the ocean is something you cannot imagine. And the waves, we know what it is. So, on the outset, Viruddha dharminoho, they are of different nature. Completely contradictory nature. So, you cannot just take the literal meaning of this word, Tattvamasi. Like how they are contradictory or opposite. Like, Kadyota Bhanvoriva. Bhanvoriva, na Bhanu means what? Sun. Like the, what is it? Fire glow they say, na? What is it they say? Glowworm. That's what it's that, glowworm. Firefly they say. And can you compare the firefly with the sun? That also a little bit of light comes, flickers from the firefly. Can you compare that with the sun? Can never. Such a difference is there between Ishvara and Jiva. And you cannot compare Raja Bhrutyayoho. Raja means the king. Bhrutyayoho means the servant. His servant is Pavam. He is trying to serve Raja. But Raja is the king of the whole kingdom. Everybody bows down unto him. How can you compare the king and the servant? And Kupamburashyoho. How can you compare a well with the ocean? Well is very small. Ocean is infinite. You cannot compare them. And Paramanu Meruoho. How can you compare the atom with Meru mountain? So, at the outset, when you take only the Vachyartha, that thou art, that is, that Ishvara or the Brahma Tattvam is this Jiva, the Atma Tattvam. If you compare like that, just take the literal meaning, you cannot compare that way. Because they are of opposite nature. You cannot even imagine them to be one. That is why people get very startled when this Mahavakya Upadesha is given out. How can the Ishvara be the Jiva? In other religion it is blasphemous. Blasphemous means, abacharam, you cannot say that. And in the other religion they will kill you also. They will behead you. Anal Haq, he died. That Mahatma died saying Anal Haq, I am that, he died. Tortured.
Piece by piece.
See, that is what they talk about, intolerance among Hindus. But they are the people who are very intolerant. And even Galileo was killed. Forget about philosophy.
He was laughing, Swamiji.
See, those days they were believing the world is flat, right? And he came and said it's round, right? Galileo, what happened? Why Galileo was killed?
The sun goes...
Right. Sun goes around, correct. So they were believing other way. The Bible was telling another way, correct. Earth was the center and everything is moving around it. And he came and said, correct. He came and said, sun is the center. He was killed. See, such people are very violent. They have pet theories. If somebody questions it, they will be killed. So therefore, if you take it like that, how can it be possible? It is not possible. So what do they mean then? What is the lakshyartha? What is the indicative meaning of this Mahavakya Upadesha? That is going to be explained in the next verse. Tayor virodho yamupadi kalpitaha navastava kaschitupadireshah Ishasya maya mahadadi karanam Jivasya karyam shunu panchakosham Tayor virodoho ayam upadi kalpitaha. They are different because of their conditionings. So this Ishvara and Jiva, or the Brahman or the Atman, however you look at it, they are different because of the Upadhi, the conditionings. But the Upadhi is Kalpitaha, is only imagined. Na Vastavaha Kaschit Upadireshah. It is not really there. It is only imagined. Swamiji, how can you imagine and do all this? Do you mean to say that Ishvara is only imagination? No. Don't jump the gun. What is said is the Upadhi of Ishvara and the Upadhi of Jiva is only imagination. It's not Vastavaha. It's not true. It's not there actually. From the highest standpoint, if you look at, these Upadhis are not. Kalpitaha means they are only imagined. So what is the Upadhi of Isha? Ishasya maya mahad adi karanam. So the Upadhi of Ishvara is maya, the power, the ultimate power of the Lord. That is his conditioning. Through that he functions. What is this mahad? In some other philosophies, the same maya is indicated as mahat tattvam also. Mahad means total intellect, something like that. They consider in different philosophies. So that is the Upadhi of Ishvara. With that he functions. And then what is the Upadhi of Jiva? Jivasya karyam shunu panchakosham. The Upadhi of Jiva is what? The Panchakosha Upadhi. These Panchakoshas. Annamaya, Pranamaya. We have seen in detail now. So that is the Upadhi of Jiva. But only thing is, Ishvara wields the Maya power and he rules the world. But the Jiva is deluded by his own Maya, Vidya, and he becomes bound by the own Panchakoshas. That is the difference between Ishvara and Jiva. Somehow Ishvara is not deluded by the Maya power. It is his own power, he wields the power and he is the Ishvara. But as a Jiva, the same Paramatma somehow got deluded, and with the Panchakoshas, he functions as a Jiva. So he is Karanam, he is Karyam. The cause and the effect, like he is the cause, he is the effect, so sort of, So therefore, these conditionings called as Maya and the Jiva's conditioning, Panchakosha, because of that they appear different. But these conditionings are there not in the absolute truth. It is only kalpitam. In the state of ignorance, it is only imagined. See, as I told you always, since we identify with the body-mind, see, this is a little controversial, but please follow carefully. Don't try to pounce on me. Follow it carefully. Since we identify with the body-mind, we see a world outside. Otherwise, there is no reason why should we see a world outside. So only when you see a world outside and you see so many jivas living and you are also one of the jiva living and everybody is struggling, so many things happening, then you wonder, is there a greater power which is running the show? There should be a greater intelligence now, some power ruling the whole world now. So all these ideas come only when the duality or this kind of anya bhavana, the world is seen and questions arise. So even the idea of God, concept of God is from the relative standpoint only. From the absolute standpoint, apart from Brahman there is nothing. That is absolute standpoint. See, you should not mistake one thing now. See, one thing you should not mistake. When I say relative standpoint, what I mean is, when you switch on the fan, fan is running. When you launch a rocket, it goes in the orbit. So there is cause and effect in the Vyavahara. It is there. Like that, God as a power is there. The different lokas are there. Rebirth is there. The sadhana is useful. Everything is there. You are there? Yes, I am there. So when you are there, and it is very real to you now, and your transaction in the world is very real. So from this standpoint, Ishvara is also real. See, when I say Kalpita, Kalpita, don't think he is like imagination, like the horn of the horse. Not like that I am talking about. See, இப்போ குதிரைக்கு கொம்பு இருக்கான்னு கேட்டா குதிரைக்கு ஏதுடா கொம்பு? It's all imagination. If somebody sees a horn on the horse, it is all imagination. I am not talking about that imagination. See, that's philosophical term when it comes to imagination, something else. So that's why Bhagavan says, when you are real, when you think you are as a personality real, and your life is real, your sukha dukkha is real, and you are transacting the world is real, your wife, your children, you are bothered about them, this, that, everything is real. From that standpoint, there is Ishvara Shakti that is running the show. Bhagavan says, ஒரு ஈஸ்வர சக்தி தான் இங்கே எல்லாவற்றையும் செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது பகவானே சொல்றார். So then you worship, you do Nama Japa, the blessings happen, blessings will come. If the infinite wants to take a form and bless you, it will come also in form. அதெல்லாம் சந்தேகமே வேண்டாம். See, when I say it is imagination, don't immediately jump saying, கடவுள் இல்லை பார்த்தியா, நான் அப்பயே சொன்னேன். நான் சுவாமியே சொல்லிட்டார் கடவுள் இல்லைன்னு. ஆச்சாரிய சங்கரரே சொல்லிட்டாரு. அப்படியே அன்னபூர்ணா ஸ்தோத்திரம் எழுதணும். Why should he write அன்னபூர்ணா ஸ்தோத்திரம், கணேச பஞ்சரத்னம், சுப்பிரமணிய புஜங்கம், all those things, சிவ மானச பூஜை? Why? It is not that. Please understand. This is where we go wrong terribly. From the now, are you there? Yes, I am there. How are you? Yes, I am Swami Ramana Swaroopananda. I am the Acharya. Yes. If you are there like this, if you are very bothered about the ashram, what's going to happen here, there, if you have motor repair, all these things are there, then Bhagavan is there, he will send you an electrician also. If you pray to him, even if you pray to him, electrician will not come. Even Bhagavan will fail in that. For the past 20 days, we have been requesting him to come.
You didn't pray for all beings. You didn't pray for all beings. And amongst all beings, Ishvara is a superior being. And therefore, supreme being, worshipping him is fine.
That's what. When you say all beings, then you are in ignorance. Why means there is no all being. There is only one being. What are you talking?
No, from the at least.
That's what I am saying. That's what I am saying. So that's what I am saying with relative standpoint. When you see a world, that all beings are there, different jivas are there, living their own life. I am also living my life, and my financial condition, my health condition, my this condition, worried about all those things, then the Ishvara is also there. But when is he negated, when this body mind itself is negated, the ego itself is negated, then the world goes, the world, the Mula Kakshila Maranjibedo, not as a world. Then there is only self. There is no sentimentalism. How will you say Ishvara is not? No. That is why Totapuri said, you cut us under the form of Kali with the sword of knowledge and go beyond, he said. See, there it stands. So therefore, we should be very careful in understanding. See, we are not propagating atheism. Atheism means what? Blind they are. Actually, they think they are intelligent, but they are blind. சும்மா கடவுள் இல்லைன்னு சொல்றது. How do you know? Have you researched, done sufficient research? See, but Buddhistic people, they don't say like that. They have a proper philosophy, they have very deep thinking, they are very, very strong, very highly qualified people. When they say Nirishwara, it's something else. That is philosophical thing. But you and I, when chumma ஊர்ல போறவன்லாம் போய் கடவுள் இல்லைன்னு சொன்னா, it's joke. Because he doesn't know anything about himself or the world or God or life. He is a half-baked stupid fellow. You understand? So, very careful. There is Ishvara Tattvam. When you consider you are there. So that's why Bhagavan Ramana says, when you think you are there, then lokas are also there. Everything is there. But when this himself is questioned and negated, when the first person goes, what are you talking about? Second and third person. You, he, she, it. Because only with reference to the first person you can say somebody as you. Who is sitting in front, you can say you. And somebody else as he, she, it. Once when the first person himself is not, then with what reference you can call somebody as you, second or third person. This is all the argument of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi in Ulladinarpal. I am not saying anything of my own. So that state, so then you should not think this way also. Only in ignorance there is Ishvara, Jivana, adum kuda apparent only. Not actually. Now also nothing has happened. That is what Ajatavadam. Now also, even if you are in ignorance also, nothing has happened actually, but you only imagine. But your imagination is so powerful that all the cause and effect are operating in this imagination. Snake comes, means it can bite you, the poison will go until you can die. That is part of the imagination, but still it is very powerful. In the Vyavaharikal level, it operates. In Vyavaharikal level, all the scientific discoveries operate. This is what Maya. Maya means chumma kadayadu. It's a strong, bhayangara power it is. So when you say imagination, don't think imagination, chumma imagination. From the highest standpoint, from that philosophical standpoint, it is called as unreal and imagination. But இப்போ சும்மா imagination எல்லாம் work பண்ணுமா? See, how many things are working in this world? The governments are working. And they are building a space station there and monitoring the stars. See, everything is working. Your mobile is working. You are able to hear from so many kilometers away, you are able to hear. You are able to see in the television. The live relay, you are able to see. Before the umpire knows whether it is edge or not, you know it. Tick, the sound comes, but the sound comes little late because sound travels little late. But the light, this thing comes fast. You know it before the fellow in the ground realizes, because he cannot know anything, because he sees like an ant everything when he is sitting up. But you are in the front big screen, you are sitting and watching. And close up it is shown, and you know before he knows. Before the third umpire knows, you know it is out. How? That is the technology. Yes.
Vidya from a standpoint of Uttamadhikari, right? Like Bhagavan is. Then what happens to the imagination? It is still playing.
It's not playing.
But you are able to.
It's not playing. Uttamadhikari illa. Bhagavan's standpoint is that is only self. That is only Brahman. But you know what? That's what I'm saying. Vyavahara Dashayala, whatever they see as Atma, the self only. The idea of it is all other, separate, that is false from that standpoint. They say it very clearly, no? Even for Mahatmas, they say they are able to relate with the Vyavahara, but still their experience is everything is one only. Not everything is different. That how you should go there and see. From here you cannot understand that. From the intellect, the beyond cannot be perceived, comprehended. You understand? So therefore, imagination, something else is said. So all the lokas are true when you think you are true. When you transcend this body mind, that is something, a different dimension that is. In that dimension everything goes. And this is, you should keep in mind always this. In Ulladinarpadu, Bhagavan makes it clear. He tells Muruganar Swami also. Because Muruganar Swami was groomed, his ideas were groomed by Thayumanavar Swami, a great poet, Tamil poet, a great saint poet, Thayumanavar Swami. So according to Thayumanavar Swami and a few other great Mahatmas, while you are doing sadhana, Dasela, Dvaitam is real, When you attain that, then Advaitam is real. Advaitam alone is real actually, but while you are doing sadhana, Dvaita is real. When you reach there, Advaita is real. That is how he was groomed. But Bhagavan makes it very clear. Sadhakattile duvitam sadhyattil attuvidam oduhindra vadamadu nyayamalla nu solrar அவர். என்ன ஓதுகின்ற வாதம் அது உண்மையல்ல. பரவாயில்ல, she has memorized lot of things.
What does it mean?
See, sadhakattile duvitam. When you are doing sadhana, duvitam, Dvaita is real. Sadhyatil, when you attain, Advaita is real. This vadam, this argument is not real, Bhagavan says. It cannot be true, unmayalla. அப்படி சொல்றார். So, the rope has never become snake. Even while you are seeing the snake, it has not become rope. But, I warn you again, if you see a snake, you are seeing it. If you feel very deeply that it has bitten you, it has bitten you. Then if you feel that poison is going into your head, you can go into your head. You can die also. Swamiji, can the illusionary snake bite and the poison can go into the head and he can die? He can die. எப்படி சுவாமி சொல்றீங்கன்னா இதுதான் பயம். Mind can create all these things. See, even in the Vyavahara I am telling you, even without a snake biting you, if you are convinced that snake has bitten me, you can feel the visham going up. Mind can create that, and with that fear you can die. So, that is how the Maya is so powerful. What is Maya? Though it is all not, but everything can operate. When you are ignorant, all these things can operate. That is the beauty of it. But since because it is operational, it is operating, you cannot take it to be real. Because what is real is which cannot be denied in any state of experience. In any time, it cannot be denied. In deep sleep, everything can be denied except the self. So from that absolute standpoint, you cannot deny, or you can deny everything, but not from the relative standpoint. You understand? So, Ishasya Maya Mahadadi Karanam. So, what is Isha's Upadhi? Ishvara's Upadhi is Maya. With that he wields, and everything is created. And what is the Jiva's Upadhi? Alpa Jiva he is. His Upadhi is Avidya, means Panchakoshas. See, now in this Mahavakya Upadesha, a very important concept is introduced. That is Veshti and Samashti, the microcosm and the macrocosm. Ishvara means he is the ruler of all in macrocosm. And similarly, Jiva is in microcosm, only with respect to me. So, there are various things explained in this Veshti and Samashti. For example, one who is identified with the body, the waker. Waker is a waker, but in the macrocosm, he is called as Virata Purush. Identified with the gross bodies, he is called as Virata Purush. And when he is identified with the mind and the dreamer, Taijasa, in the microcosm it is called as Taijasa, but in the macrocosm, Hiranyagarbha, the total mind. He is the creator, called as Hiranyagarbha. And Prajna, he is called in deep sleep. This individual is called as Prajna, but in the macrocosm is called as Ishvara, one who wields the whole Maya. So like that, Vyashti and Samashti is introduced to explain what is Tat, what is Tvam, and then to establish Tat Tvam Asi, the Aikya Bhava. You understand? So these ideas are explained by Gurudev in his commentary. Not Adi Shankara has not explained it actually, this Vyashti and Samashti and all, but Gurudev explains in his commentary. You go and see the book, it's very tabular column photo, beautifully he has explained it. Yes?
So, Swamiji, we can say that this movement of planetary movement is happening because of Ishvara's. But in this microcosm, the body, circulation of blood, digestion is not happening, even if I want it to happen.
That is why you are not as powerful as Ishvara.
Of course not.
That's why.
Of course. So,
that's why. That is the answer.
But who is doing it?
Ishvara.
Even in the microcosm, this circulation and all.
It's all part of the programming. See, Narayana, you know what? Narayana, he is the sustainer of the whole universe. Na? How busy you should be. You should be doing this, doing that, something going wrong. Like, the President of the United States, he has to run here, run there. In Middle East, something is happening there, something is happening. But he is aram se resting in the Milky Ocean. And poor Amma Mahalakshmi is, massaging his feet. And he's there. Why? He has already programmed everything. He is master programmer. Everything goes according to his plan. He need not program also. Sankalpa is enough. Not even Sankalpa is enough. Not even Sankalpa is required. In his presence, everything goes beautiful. Nothing goes wrong. So therefore, are you okay now? Convinced? So the digestion is taken care, don't worry. The programming is done already. So everything is taken care. But if something goes wrong in your stomach also, it is in the programming. Avaravar prarabdha praharam adarkanavan activate. So all these are theories, huh? All these are theories, not truth, absolutely.
All these?
Or theories.
Theory.
It's not truth from the absolute standpoint. From the relative standpoint, any theories you can put forward. And everything can be accepted if it is logical and reasonable. That is why so many theories are there. But from the absolute standpoint, everything is demolished. That alone is truth because it is beyond and it is always present. Anyway, we should not go deep into it. We are digressing so much. So this much we have to understand. What we have to understand? The same principle, when it operates through Maya, is called as Ishvara. The same principle, when it operates through the Upadhi Panchakosha, it is called as Jiva. Another example given by our Acharya ji when he was explaining this. On the day I was talking about Obama, the President Obama, do you remember? As a father, he is poor father. As a president, he can wield. Similarly, another example also. Once a father, he was returning from his work, right? He had a small child, maybe 3-4 year old or 2-3 years old, let us say, in his house. The mother is there, homemaker, taking care of the child. This husband, every day he comes back from the work, he brings some chocolate or something. So the child would be waiting at the door. Child knows this is the time, Papa would be coming. So it will be waiting at the door because it wants chocolate, not the Papa. Papa is also one thing, but chocolate is the real attraction. Whatever he brings. But Papa is also very loving, so definitely the child likes or loves. At least till 10 years, 12 years old, it may like. And after that, there is no guarantee. Huh? So, one day he thought, I should play with this child. I should amuse or I should just entertain the child. So what he did, he went along and purchased a mask of a devil, Bhayangaramana mask. So he came there to his house and he wore the mask. And then he pressed the calling bell. Ting, 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 ting. Then the child knows, Papa is coming. Then it rushed and opened the door. And it saw the devil. Ah! It cried. It screamed. So the mother was worried. What happened to the child? So when she came out, she knows. She knows the truth. Because she is Parvati, na? She knows everything about Shiva. என்ன சேட்டெல்லாம் விடுவார்னு தெரியும் அவளுக்கு. சும்மா இப்படியா பயமுறுத்துறது குழந்தைய? கழட்டுங்க மாஸ்க. So then the father, he just removed the mask. And then the child, oh Papa, and went and hugged him. What happened? When the Paramatma wears a mask, he is different. When he takes the mask, he is different. When he wears the mask of the Maya, he is Ishvara. When he wears the mask of the Panchakosha, he the same principle is what? Is Jiva. But no mask, he is one only. He is a dear father, the same person only. When he wears the mask, he becomes something else. So this is the condition is not real. The face, the original face is real. The mask is a mask. Anyway, it's kalpitam. It's not true. See? The mask is not true. The face is true. Similarly, Paramatma is pure, one without the second. When he plays with the mask of Ishvara, he is all powerful. When he plays, same Ishvara plays with the mask of Panchakosha, he becomes Jiva. But the difference is there. There he is not deluded by Maya. Here he is deluded by his own avidya. So that is how it operates. But these are all from the standpoint of Upadhi. But essentially, when the Upadhis are removed, he is the same. He is one. Karma for whom? Yeah. Karma bandhana, yeah. See, all this thing operates only in the Jiva Bhava. So Jiva Bhava itself is Upadhi, na? So everything associated with this Upadhi only. Conditioning means bondage only. See, initial conditioning is the Ahankara, because it identifies the body mind. When that comes, the doer comes, the enjoyer also is automatically, ingrained in the doer. So the karma comes. So the original sin is what? Identification with the body mind. That is the ignorance. So that way everything comes along with it. So you understand now? Yeah, that's what he's saying. So tayoho virodaha ayam upadhi kalpitaha. So that upadhi which makes the difference, that is kalpitaha, na vastavaha. It is not the truth. Ishasya maya mahadadi karanam. For the Ishas, for the Ishvara, maya or mahad is upadhi. Jivasya karyam shrunu panchakosham. Please listen. Shrunu means listen. For the Jiva, Panchakosha is the Upadhi. So we have taken so much of time only for this one verse. Yes, we have to take a lot of time. Na? It's a very important portion, I agree. Eta upadhi parajivayosthastayoho. Ta upadhi parajivayosthayoho. Samyag nirase na paro na jivaha. Rajyam narendrasya bhadasya ketakaha. Tayo rapohe na bhato na raja. Yeta upadhi parajivayoho. Tayoho samyak nirase na paro na jivaha. See, these two upadhis of Maya and Panchakosha, or the upadhis of Ishvara and the Jiva. So samyak nirase, when you negate these upadhis, then what happens? Na paro na jivaha. There is nothing called as Ishvara, supreme, or all wielding, all power wielding, and the Jiva which is Alpa, Shaktiman. There is no paro, no jivaha. See? When the upadhis are negated, there is no paraha, no jivaha. Then what else remains? That is the true self, pure self remains. See, Bhagavan also says, Vesha Hanadi, he says. See, it's all Vesham. Vesham, a costume worn by different people. The same person actually, not different, same person. On the Vesham Kalanjitshna, when you remove the costume, the original person, he reveals himself. மறந்து போச்சு அந்த செய்யுள், ரொம்ப அழகான செய்யுள். இந்த உபதேச உந்தியார் ஈசனுக்கும் ஜீவனுக்கும் உள்ளதை சொல்கிறார் அவர். I will tell you in the next class. He explains both are only the Vesham, different, Alankaram, Vesham. But when the Vesham is removed, then he is one only.
He is wearing monkey Vesha, snake Vesha.
All Vesha. But you should not go near monkey Vesha. He will scratch. So, that is how it is said. Na paraha, na jivaha. And he gives an example also. Rajyam Narendrasya Bhadasya Ketaka. For Narendra, for the king, what is his upadhi? Rajyam, his kingdom. He is great because of his kingdom. Mudisuda Mannan, Mudisudiya Mannan. He has got the crown, he has got the throne, he has got the scepter. You know, it's all symbol of his sovereignty. Meaning he is a king. And for soldier, poor soldier, what is his symbol? Shield. The sword and the shield. Poor. His sword and the shield he is carrying. No? That is the symbol of soldier. Soldier, those days. Those days. The sword and the shield. He says, Tayoho apohe. When you remove the Rajyam from the Raja and the Kedayam, the shield from the soldier, then Raja is no more a Raja. Without the kingdom, why do you call him a Raja? Without the sword and the shield, why do you call him as a soldier? You understand? Apohe, when the Rajyam is taken out, he is no more a Raja. When the shield is taken out, he is no more the soldier. Likewise, when the Upadhi of Maya is negated, he is no more Ishvara. Upadhi of Panchakosha is no more Jiva. Then what is he? One. The one self only. See, in our Tamil cinemas or even all our Indian cinemas, whenever they have to portray a police, he will come in the police uniform. That is natural. But you know what, poor that fellow, throughout the film he will be wearing only the uniform. No other costume for him. So he is a police now. So when the uniform is removed, nobody can recognize him as police. So as long as he is in the uniform, everybody respects him. No, if for some reason he is dismissed or whatever, he loses that uniform and that position. Nobody cares. So the Upadhi plays a part. This Vesham is our Upadhi. Sannyasa Vesham, the orange robes and Rudrakshamala. And some people have different costume of Dadi, Jadamudi. And some people have different costume, fully shaven. Different Veshadharis are there. So when you remove this Vesha, you are no more a sannyasi. But still I am telling you. So the Upadhi, everything is Upadhi. Our Acharya always wants. You can negate only your Upadhi. Don't try to go and negate Ishvara's Upadhi. He will get angry with you. How can you negate Ishvara's Upadhi? Then Swamiji, how will I negate Ishvara's Upadhi? When your Upadhi is removed, you know that you are Brahman. From there, all this Ishvara Upadhi is only imagined. You need not negate it. What you can negate is only the Panchakosha. When the Panchakosha is negated, automatically Ishvara's Upadhi also negated, because there is all one only. Because a husband is born when a wife is born. When he is married, only with respect to the wife he is husband. So with respect to Jivas only he is Ishvara. When Jivatvam goes, he is no more the Ishvara. So it is one only. So what you can do is you can only negate your own Panchakoshas. If you try, Madhurana Ishvara Maya, then I will work on my Panchakoshas. It will not happen at all. How can you remove the Upadhi of Ishvara? You are under the Maya. You don't even know what is Maya. You cannot even see her. Why Avyakta Namna? She is unmanifest. And she is terrible power. So how can you remove Ishvara's Maya? You cannot. You need not. If you remove your Panchakoshas, negate your Koshas, then automatically all the Koshas are negated. Because it's all Kalpitam. When you negate this, all the Kalpanas go. When all the Kalpanas go, when you are abiding in the self, then you are one with it. Is that not so? So this is the matter now. When you take the Vachyartham, literal meaning, Ishvara cannot be the Jiva. Like the well cannot be the ocean. The Raja, the servant cannot be the Raja. But these are all only Upadhis which are imagined. Imagined means in the highest sense it is imagined. So when the upadhis are removed, it is understood to be one principle only. So yesterday we saw in Annapurna Stotram, she is a sutradhari, strings in her hand, the puppet show is going on. See, the same Paramatma for some reason, wearing the mask of Maya, Ishvara, sitting there on the heavens, and rewards and punishment. The same principle somehow becoming deluded by the Maya or the Avidya, then as a poor jiva struggling in this world. Is it not a nataka, tamasha going on? Same principle is said is not deluded by the Maya. Same principle is said is deluded by the Avidya. இதெல்லாம் என்ன கதை? அப்படிதான் இருக்கு, என்ன செய்யறது? That is how it is. The same principle as if not deluded and he is wielding power of Maya. The same principle as if deluded, he is a poor jiva. As if.
Who is the puppeteer?
Ishvara. When you see the relative existence, natak, in the natak director is there. That is Ishvara. But when you go beyond the Vesha, if you remove costume, there is no director, there is no actor, you are yourself. As long as you think this Nataka is very real and get involved in it, yes, Sukha Dukkha is there. When you know it's just a Nataka and I am beyond, then there is no Nataka, there is no person who is directing this Nataka. There is nothing. But after that also the Mahatmas, they follow the societal rules. Whatever, they just go along with it. But from that standpoint, there is nothing. We'll stop here. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. See, one more thing, we start